The prescription drug abuse epidemic in our area has drawn the attention of state officials. Hi, I'm Amy Davis.
I'm Brad Sherman, and you're exactly right, Amy. Lawmakers are one step closer to passing legislation to deal with the problem, and Attorney General Mike DeWine was in Waverly today.
These stories and more in this webisode of Headlines.
When a person learns that they have cancer, it's overwhelming. Their life changes. I volunteer because of cancer in my own family. My brother had cancer, and I just want to give back what I saw done for members in my own family. SOMC Cancer Center has some advantages that I think you won't find other places. It's all here under one roof. The patients come in and out with smiles on their face. It's being done right here in our own little town of Portsmouth.
The SOMC Cancer Center. Very good things are happening here.
House Bill 93, the legislation designed to deal with the prescription drug epidemic, has passed the Ohio House of Representatives. State representatives have unanimously passed the bill by a vote of 97-0. State Representative Cliff Rosenberger released this statement about its passage. Prescription drug abuse is a growing epidemic in the state of Ohio that must be addressed. These drugs are readily available on the streets, and it is having a devastating impact on our youth. This legislation will help provide needed education about the dangers of prescription drug abuse, as well as reduce the street availability of these drugs. The bill will now move on to the Ohio Senate for consideration and debate.
In a related story, Attorney General Mike DeWine was in Waverly today to meet with local officials about the drug issue. Reporter Matt Lucas filed this report.
We've got a huge problem here, and I don't know why. I can't tell you why. It's a reality, and we're centering our efforts to begin at least right here.
Attorney General Mike DeWine met with local officials and law enforcement on Friday to discuss the prescription drug abuse epidemic and how it is affecting Pike County. His stop in Waverly was part of a 2-day trip to Southern Ohio, where he also talked to Ross and Scioto County officials. DeWine says his office will support local law enforcement agencies in their war against drugs.
It is literally an epidemic. It is, as the prosecutor can tell you, or the sheriff can tell you, it wrecks families, it wrecks homes. You all have reported on that. But if you look at the crime that we have, I would say, what percent of cases do you think are somewhat related to drugs? Either they had to steal, or they're stealing to get money for drugs, or they're addicted, or both?
I would say off the cuff, Attorney General, on at least right 2/3, if not higher. And if it's not simple possession of drugs, they're out breaking into people's houses, cars, stealing their property to fund their drug habits. And it is everywhere. It is everywhere.
Yeah, Sheriff, you're seeing the same thing.
Exactly the same thing. We're seeing increase in copper thefts, abandoned houses. We're seeing, the thefts are up, and it's all related back to this problem that the Attorney General's talking about.
DeWine said the new pharmacy in Piketon was a topic of discussion as well. The new business has become a controversy, as village officials fear it could be a dispensary for shady doctors.
I know that we have an issue here with a potential pharmacy in the county opening up, and let me address that for a moment.
I was going to ask about this.
I share the same concerns that the sheriff does, the prosecutor does, the chief does, and other people that we have talked to in Pike County. You cannot come into Pike County and talk with residents and not have a heightened sense of alarm and concern. So we are watching it very closely, and we are concerned.
Thanks for that report, Matt. You know, Amy, another big story around Pike County has been all the flooding.
That's right, Brad. As you can see in this footage, flooding has played havoc by closing roads and caused a headache for many homeowners. One Pike County man even lost his home this week when the 2-story structure washed into the Scioto River. We'll talk to Emergency Management's Butch Simonton about the flooding.
Also in your Weekend Watchman, we'll have an update on the burned infant case. The mother of the infant has been indicted by a Pike County grand jury for third-degree felony child endangerment.
Also, several students from the Pike County CTC won awards at the regional skills competition held Saturday.
Now, here's sports. In our sports section, we'll get you all ready for the Piketon Red Streaks matchup with second-ranked Chesapeake. We'll also have all district basketball awards, and Jackson's Paul Boggs will tell us how the Oak Hill Lady Oaks are doing on the tournament trail.
Good news for Pike County and the surrounding area. It appears the rain may be gone for a while. Looking ahead at your 5-day weather forecast, partly sunny skies are in store for us through your midweek. So far, Sunday looks like it's shaping up to be your best day to be out and about, with a high near 54 degrees expected.
And now for a check of your obituary report. Charles R. Marshall, age 79 of Waverly, passed away on Monday. Funeral services for Charles R. Marshall are under the direction of the Boyer Funeral Home of Waverly. Dorothy L. Music, age 45 of Waverly, passed away on Wednesday. Funeral services for Dorothy L. Music are under the direction of the Boyer Funeral Home of Waverly. Norman B. Dewey, age 69 of Piketon, passed away on Thursday. Funeral services for Norman B. Dewey are under the direction of the Botkin Funeral Home of Waverly. For more information on these obituaries you've just heard, including service times and calling hours, just check out page 3 of your Sunday edition or log on to newswatchman.com. All these stories and so much more, all in the Sunday edition of your Pike County News Watchman. Now don't forget, new webisodes of headlines hit the web each Tuesday and Friday afternoons, so be sure to look for them then. And if you have any comments or suggestion or just general feedback, you can send those to the email address below. Now that's all we have for this week, but we're going to sign off with the Pike County Commissioners each receiving a basket of goodies from the Farm Bureau. You'll hear from Kim Harless and others as we sign off. We'll see you next week. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Very much.
Donna has made some homemade apple pies for y'all.
Oh.
Plus we have a nice little card in there that tells everything in the basket where they come from.
It's a little heavy.
I bet you I can handle it.
That one's got some, it's kind of sticky on the
That's
bottom.
all right. We'll take care of that.
I say, that'd be one you want to hide from.
Did you milk your own cow?
Yes, I did.
Come back up here and it's all
They
good.
actually cut the apples up for me, so it makes it a little bit easier.
I'm not responsible.
What we like to do every year is bring you guys a little goodie basket of some homegrown items and just kind of remind everybody that Ohio's #1 industry is still agriculture and that we do grow the safest, most abundant food in the world. And this is a new beginning with spring coming, animals being born, and getting ready to do planting season. So we like to kick it off with just a little thank you for your support of agriculture in the Pike County Farm Bureau.
The Commissioners, as part of their support for the Farm Bureau, proclaimed March 13th through 19th as Agriculture Week.
Brown